episode number 89 of the 3 Count Out podcast. We are coming to you sounding a whole lot better than we did last week, and a whole lot happier because 3 out of our 4 football teams have had total shutouts, and the 4th team went and basically did the Super Bowl over again, so I'm feeling absolutely great. My name is EraV1, and joining me this week, the beneficiary of the shutouts, Jackal and Mike.
Hello, I have 18 different jellies and jams in my fridge, and I'm never going to tell you why or where I use them. My name's Jackal.
I'm curious.
I thought you were going to say, honestly, in your butt. And I was also going to be less surprised than I am now.
He's not going to tell us how he uses them, so they may be in his butt. We don't know for sure.
That's the thing, guys. You can jelly a dick up your butt, but you can't jam a dick up your butt.
No, you got that wrong.
Oh, I got it backwards. Damn it.
Can we add that to the quotes? Can that go to the stream quotes?
I'm sorry. I'm just on cloud 9 after this weekend because another delicious slate of both college and NFL has wrapped up in the books. We'll start quick over in the world of college because Michigan bounced back big, and bounce back they did to a final score of 63-3 over Central Michigan. If you would like to hear more of my thoughts, you can look to the 3 Counted Out YouTube channel where my unedited reaction will be up by the time this podcast episode comes out. Mike, what do you got to say about that one?
Oh, I said it's like beating a blind deaf kid, but hey, they still did it.
It's a blowout.
Real quick, the only thing I want to say, because everybody looked great, it was fine. The defense, every single, string of defense, first, second, third, all looked great. But with everybody now using this game to go, Bryce Underwood's going to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Like, hey,
settle down.
Relax.
Settle down.
You just played, the School for the Blind in a comeback game. Let's take a beat. Let's wait till they have to face another couple real teams that have, heartbeats before we start saying that type of stuff.
Like next week when Michigan is lined up to take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers on the road in one of the more watchable games next week. And continuing on the blowout journey, Penn State bent over and fingered Villanova to a final score of 52-6.
Yeah, I mean, Villanova, man, they are a basketball school, huh? God damn.
How does it feel to have a Penn State team that is quoted saying, this year we're letting Drew Aller air it out instead of them just running it 95% of the plays?
Honestly, it feels weird because that's not how Penn State plays. Like, even the last time we were the most dominant was with Saquon Barkley. It was in our run game. Drew Aller, he's grown a lot as a quarterback. I still think he makes some bad decisions, but he's also a college quarterback. But I mean, in terms, he's a multi-year veteran. He's been the starting quarterback for a while now. He knows how to read those field or read the field and make those passes, and he's not making as bad decisions as he used to make. So I honestly really don't hate it. It's very weird, but I don't hate it.
Penn State is going into a well-deserved break before they open up conference play, and they have a big old game against Oregon. It's Saturday Night Football. Not this episode, but next episode.
I'm very scared. We may lose our number 2 slot.
People who are also very scared right now, i.e. the Tennessee kicker, who is probably still on suicide watch after he shanked the game-winning field goal against the Georgia Bulldogs in what I thought was going to be the game of the week, where Georgia traveled to Knoxville, ended up beating the Volunteers to a final score of 44-41, a overtime thriller this week. Phenomenal game.
Man, a lot of games are coming down to like kicks and stuff. There were a lot of games in the NFL too, where it was like coming down to some final kicks, and it was like, oh shit, kickers are starting to get their money,
which they're probably pissed about. They've had it so good for so long, they got to finally start earning their pay.
Oh, fuck, I got to get off the bench and actually show I can do this shit. God damn it.
and one kicker who is also not going to get paid, very similar to Tennessee. Well, not the kicker, more of the holder necessarily. The game that usurped, however you pronounce it, Georgia, Tennessee, the prime time on Saturday night. The game of the week this week in college football. If you think otherwise, you're wrong. Where we saw Texas A&M travel to South Bend to knock off the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in a fucking classic to a final score of 41-40 to head 3-0 going into week 4 this season.
More out of Notre Dame than I thought, really. After that first week, I was like, I don't really know how I'm feeling. And like, you know, they didn't come away with the win, but I mean, they got pretty close, right? Like, I don't
very close.
They did not just sit down and take it. They played football.
And the unfortunate downside of a team like Notre Dame who hasn't joined any conferences like a Big Ten or like an SEC is that their schedule the rest of the way is extremely weak. And the fact that they're already 0-2, it is going to be very hard for them to back end their way into the college football playoffs this year. So the runner-up from last year's season, there's a good chance that they might not even make it this year with how bad that they've started out this season.
Well, and I don't think they should. This is one of those years where it's like, all right, you know what, they'll probably lose another game or two. They shouldn't be in the playoffs. They'll just kind of be in a bowl game where they're going to beat probably a nothing burger team.
Yep.
And then they can try again next year. Because, I mean, you start off with 2 losses and you still have kind of a weak-ass schedule. It's, you know, shit happens. Go to the next year. Try again.
Not going to be looking good for the Catholics in the eyes of the College Football Playoff Committee. But a lot of teams are looking a lot better in the world of the NFL. Some are looking better. Some are looking worse. Like the Lions looking a hell of a lot better in our third blowout of the week, beating the Bears to a final tune of 52-21. If you would like to hear Jackal's unedited thoughts about this game, the reaction to this game should also be out on the 3 Counted Out YouTube channel.
Yeah, this one, if Detroit's anything, we're petty.
Fuck Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
God,
Did you see
he
the
deserved
fucking
this
Selly, the
bitch.
fucking stumble play?
A stumble bumble play. Oh, picking off Caleb Williams, your new quarterback that you decided to go to. Eat it, dickhead. My God. The last game of ours that was not a blowout is the Philadelphia Eagles finally really showing the world that the black magic has finally been laid to rest as they went into Kansas City yet again and knocked off the Chiefs to a final score of 20-17. And for the first time in what feels like fucking forever, the Chiefs have started out 0-2. They have lost already as many games as they have last year in the first 2 weeks of the season. That's fucking absurd.
Well, now if they don't lose any more games, I'm directly blaming you.
Well, Chiefs be damned, because I feel so much better about the Eagles' rookie defense after that game. Because, yes, the offense suffered. All right, people are ripping into Hurts. People are ripping into Barkley. I don't care about that. The offense suffered. Dallas Goedert was out. He is our tight end 1. He is the guy that gets us our short yardage. Jalen passes to him all the fucking time. Dallas Goedert being out always hurts the Eagles.
I want to go back 1 year to you shit-talking Dallas Goedert.
Well, Dallas Goedert helped us win a Super Bowl, all right? The Dallas Goedert of this year is different, okay? It's to the point where his impact it's noticed. It's noticed when he's not there. We lost a lot of key people on our defense, and I'm glad to see that, like, the fucking awareness is still there. That, like, they're grabbing balls out of fucking Kelsey's hands, and it's like, yeah, fucking take it and run, take it and
Grabbing
fucking
the ball
run.
that
But it's
popped out of Kelsey's hand and into their hands.
Well, hey, but they caught it though. They were there. That's the awareness that's there, you know. And like, I feel so much better. I feel we're gonna have a good run. We're gonna have a real good run, especially mollywopping the Chiefs. Feels good.
I feel like your week 1 win and this one look a lot better, especially looking at what the Cowboys did. Not to turn gears that quickly, But for some reason, I really just can't seem to get away from the Giants and Cowboys game because that was the motherfucking game of the week in the NFL. 40
Yeah, that was
to
back.
37
That was
in
another one where the
overtime.
kickers got their money's worth. You know,
Brandon Aubrey nails a 64-yarder to send it to overtime.
I don't want to give a Cowboys player any credit, but that's pretty damn
holy
good.
shit.
That's pretty damn good.
really
dog.
fucking good.
That's pretty damn
What
good.
the
You should
fuck?
come be an Eagles player.
What the fuck are we feeding these kickers now? All of a sudden, they're just casually kicking 60-yarders, 64-yarders.
Fucking steroids.
Meanwhile, 50 was a record like 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
I feel like the Lions were one of the first people with the who was it? Jake Bates, right? That was the guy came from the XFL.
Yeah, but Justin Tucker, I think, on the Ravens set the record twice against the Lions.
Before that, Prater held the record as the Lions kicker, right? Or was he already on the Cardinals at that point, I believe?
I think he was already on the Cardinals.
Yeah, Matt Prater, a stout kind of journeyman Lions kicker, already setting records left and right. And now we're getting people nailing fucking 70 in the preseason, 64 in the regular season, just like it's nothing. But this stat line from this game, are we in 2025 or are we in 2013? Because Russell Wilson, this fucking stat line is unbelievable. I know I'm not going to read out many stats from people, but this is way too good to not pass up. 30 for 41, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I think Tom Brady was doing this game, and I think at one point he said there were 1,000 yards of combined offense between the two. Yeah, it's right.
Holy
yeah,
shit!
It's so much fucking offense was played in this game, and the Giants look competitive. If Russell Wilson can stay like this all season, the Giants are going to be noisy. The Cowboys, as long as CeeDee Lamb remembers how to catch a ball, they're going to make some noise. I think the NFL this year is going to be very good, but then you turn to a game like Sunday Night Football where it's an absolute snooze fest with the Falcons win off of field goals over the Minnesota Vikings.
So many field goals.
To a final score of fucking 22-6.
Amazing.
Sorry,
Amazing.
they got 1 touchdown. My bad. So boring.
Oh, yeah.
We got 2 Monday Night Football games tonight. The Buccaneers taking on the Texans starting in an hour. The Chargers and the Raiders starting at a fucking 10 o'clock at night. If you're staying up to watch that one, God bless. That's not going to be me. Oh, my God. And we turn our attention to another beautiful slate as I'm trying to rework the football schedule here on the 3 Counting Out podcast, trying to keep it a bit tighter as we turn to our pick'ems already, gentlemen, because we're going to open things up in the world.
Wait, who won last week?
Who won last week?
What happened?
I believe I will tally them up while we talk about wrestling because I have not done the tally just yet. Oops, Jack was a little unprepared since we decided to go a little early this week.
Well, joke's on you. I don't even remember who I picked.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll help you out in a second here. I want to get your first pick on the one of 3 ranked matchups next weekend. We're going to start things out with a Big Ten slobber knocker as we see Brent Bielema and the Illinois Fighting Irish traveling to Kurt Signetti and the Indiana
Fighting Illini?
What did I say?
Fighting Irish.
Fighting Irish?
Ooh, fuck, I had a fight.
Notre Dame wishes they were in the Big Ten.
Illinois, Indiana, prime time Saturday night, 9 versus 19. Mike, who we got?
Whew. This is one of those games they're both ranked, but I couldn't give a fuck about this game. This is one of those, like, whoever wins, all right. Give me the Fighting Illini because you pronounced their name wrong, so I have to make up for it.
Fighting assholes.
There you go. I mean, they are from Illinois. That tracks.
Mr. Era, Indiana, Illinois.
All right, we got 2 3-0 teams, and they've both been up against nothing teams. So they've had absolutely 0 challenges.
Nope.
I feel like for both of these teams, this is going to be a little bit of a wake-up call. Could go either way. I like Illinois' defense this year. Give me Illinois.
Illinois. I will mix things up a bit. I like Kurt Signetti a little bit more. I think Brett Bielema's offense is going to kind of struggle on the road. I'll take a cautious Indiana here. Not proud of that one. Another ranked matchup we'll take a look at as the 22 ranked Auburn Tigers travel on down to the Oklahoma Sooners yet again in the middle slot, 3:30. Auburn, Oklahoma. Mike, who we got?
Just because I want the Michigan loss to be for something, give me Oklahoma.
Mr. Hara.
I am always a big fan of some Sooner football. Give me Oklahoma.
Ooh, clean sweep across the board. So that probably means Auburn's going to win that
By
one.
about 27.
Oh, yeah, by a
And-
billion. Yeah.
We're going to start mixing things up here a little bit. Instead of doing 3 really good games, I'm going to add in a shit game here. I mean shit,
Ooh.
or is it the best one you're going to watch? Because we're going to be looking at some motherfucking action, dude. The
Oh, yeah.
Toledo
Talking about NFL.
Rockets are traveling to Kalamazoo, Michigan to take on the Western Michigan Broncos. Toledo, Western Michigan. Mike, who we got?
I know who's actually going to win, but fuck you, Toledo. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah, boy. Era.
Oh, man, I love me some motherfucking action. I don't know anything about either of these teams at all. All
Yep.
I know is that I'm in for definitely some football. It's going to be interesting.
Out of all the games you watch, it's certainly going to be one of them.
It's one of them.
It will be one of them. It will be entertaining. What were the 2 teams again? I forget.
Toledo, Western Michigan.
Give me Western Michigan.
Yeah. I'll take Toledo here. Toledo's favored by almost 2 scores.
Yeah, that's why I said I know who's going to win. Western Michigan has been good a quarter past never, but that's okay.
Turning our attention to the world of the NFL, I think we're going to start things out here by taking a look. Oh boy, our 2 games are really the best of the week. Oh boy, the rest are sort of.
That's all right. I want to
I
listen
mean,
to some
We got 2
poop
good teams.
games.
Fuck it.
Yeah, pick some
poop
poopers.
games.
Pick some
All right.
stinkers.
Atlanta versus Carolina.
Oh, that's going to be Atlanta by 4 field goals.
4 field goals.
Carolina's going to show that it was just a bit the entire time, and they actually know how to play football. Give me Carolina.
Bryce Young, finally, that switch in his brain turns back on, and he goes, "Oh, that's how I'm supposed to do it." And he
No, he
lights
can
up
only do that the
Atlanta's
final 2
defense.
games of the season.
Fucking 300 yards and 2 TDs, baby. Here we go. Here's a good one. We are now currently missing our starting quarterback game as Joe Burrow with his broken toe are traveling to Minnesota to take on JJ McCarthy, who I think just got like appendicitis or something, and he's going to be out this week. The
Oh, he's going to
Bengals
be out?
versus the Vikings. Yeah, allegedly, I think. Let me check.
Damn.
Let me check my sources.
You know, while you check your sources, let me just put this out here since both you guys are in the league. What are you doing? Step Burrow is now open to trades on Joe Burrow if you're interested. What, he's out for like fucking 3 months?
3
Nah,
months.
dog, we're changing the fucking team name. We're going back to Jerkin Me Goff. We're gonna put Jared Goff back QB1.
Jerking Goff, baby.
He put up fucking 30
I
points
was
last
jerking
week.
Goff last year.
Jerking
Yeah.
Goff, yeah, there you go. He put up 30 points, dude. I was sitting there watching that game, and I was like, dude.
By the way-
if there were 2 stories on my fucking house, I'd jump out the window. I'd fucking land neck first.
By the way, when I had Goff last year, I tried to put Goff, and it wouldn't
no.
let me. No.
Oh.
I'm surprised
my
to let
sources-
Jerkin Me Goff. I'm surprised to let.
My sources are correct. Sources: Vikings, JJ McCarthy, a high ankle sprain, out 2 to 4 weeks.
Damn. So
So both starting
who
QBs will not be in this game.
who does Cincy have? Is it still Carson Wentz?
No, I think it's. Oh, hold on. Let me check my sources.
Oh wait, no,
Hold
isn't
on.
it like Jeff No Name McDobbs or whatever?
How do you fucking spell Cincinnati?
Jake
AR.
Browning
Jake Browning. Yes, Jake Browning.
Oh boy.
and Minnesota
Brit-
has
Hayes?
Max Brosmer.
Oh boy,
Who the
I'm gonna
fuck is
say
that?
Cincinnati here because that'll probably help
Or
out
Carson
the
Wentz.
Lions
No,
a bit
probably
more.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, so
Because
they'll have
fuck-
Carson Wentz.
Fuck the Vikings. Give me the Bengals.
Oh man, I want to say you're going to be right, but Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz. I would probably pick Carson Wentz. So give me the Vikings.
Oh, the Vikings. Mr. Arrow,
Boy.
Cincinnati, Minnesota.
Boy, I love me some Carson Wentz. He got us in there in 2017. Ain't never been the same Carson Wentz. You got to come back to Philadelphia, man. You can't stay at the Vikings. You got to finish in Philly, dog. It's where you belong. We got your fucking name in the wrap. You're on the goddamn stadium. Give me Carson Wentz. Give me the Vikings.
And our last game that we're going to take a look at, if this was 15 years ago, it would be Sunday Night Football.
Jeez.
But since it's now, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We see the Pittsburgh Steelers travel to the New England Patriots. 1 o'clock. And no, you can't pick the gun this game.
Fuck. Damn it.
Says you.
Oh.
What was it again? I'm sorry.
Steelers
thing.
Patriots. Steelers are 2-0. Patriots are 1-1.
Aaron Rodgers found his kombucha of eternal life or whatever, and he's doing fine. So
I'm gonna ride with New England. I like kind of what New England has going for them so far. Stephon Diggs,
I hope you're.
remember
I hope
how
you're
to
right.
play.
You know, I'm gonna join Aaron Rodgers in the doing ayahuasca because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to watch
Jesus.
this fucking game. Give me the. You know what? Let me at least stick with some fucking state pride. Give me Pittsburgh. God, I feel gross. I feel gross saying that. Oh.
There we go. There's our games for the week. We're not doing the fire guy Kev
I
goofy
can feel
fuck
the
off picks
yinzer.
anymore until he shows back up again. And that is how you keep football high and tight
Hey, not bad.
in under 30 minutes.
Not bad at all. Not bad. You know, it's we WWE is you know, the fall from grace is happening. They love their double booking. That's something we're dealing with again this week. And some news came out, gentlemen, since the last time we recorded this podcast, and I think we're obligated to talk about it because of the impact that it'll have in 2027. WrestleMania 43 will be coming live from Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
Because that's how you have a healthy women's division for the next 2 years.
Yeah, something like that.
criminy.
It also immediately got rumored online that the Prince of Saudi Arabia, who, you know, he's like the guy in charge of everything. The guy, you know, he's the guy like, you know, cutting the check. He's interested in some, quote, wrestlers that have been retired for over a decade. No specifics were given. However, I mean, you know, look at the track record of Saudi Arabia here. We've had Oldberg, we've had Undertaker, we've had Kane, we've had Shawn Michaels, Triple H. How many other legends have sold their soul to the devil? There's a lot. There's a lot.
Here.
Yeah.
Boy, I fucking hate that.
You know, I'm just gonna open it up here. Just some wild speculation. I 100% see this as we're going to get to Saudi Rumble, and they're going to go, hey guys, great idea, Saudi Rumble, even though it's next year's Rumble, and that pay-per-view or that WrestleMania is 2 years away. I'm willing to bet that they're going to say Saudi Rumble goes to Saudi Mania.
Well, you also were correct if you just put the period somewhere further in your sentence, because they're going to get to the Saudi Rumble and they're going to go, hey guys, because these Saudis, they love everybody from the 90s, they love everybody from the 80s, and guess who's been fucking rumored to be coming back and jumping fucking ship, and they're going to lose their fucking mind. Break the wall down! Break down the wall! If everybody, I made a TikTok about this already, and the people in the comments were like, "Oh, why is this a bad thing? Oh, you're still gonna watch anyway. Oh, well, if it makes Americans mad, then I'm gonna watch even more." You know what? If you guys want to watch the fucking retirement home be let out and try to have a wrestling match with one another to try to relive their glory days from 10, 15, 20 years ago for a fucking paycheck that's going to set up their grandkids' wealth, and you're going to support it by paying that $30 a month price tag on ESPN Plus.
Steep.
If you want to waste your time like that, I hope you have so much fun sitting down to watch one of the worst matches you'll ever see, filled with 3 to 4 hours of ads on the bottom, ads on the turnbuckles, ads on the front row, ads on every single fucking piece of merch that you'll see, ads on the announce table. I'm fairly certain if the Prince could, he'd fucking slap an ad on the back of his fucking head at this point, dude. If you want to do that, enjoy it. I want you to have so much fun. I want you to enjoy whatever the fuck you're going to get, because I'm going to keep it a buck with you, big dog. It's not for me. I would literally would rather sit in my fucking car and watch paint dry on my phone with no internet connection while the video is buffering for 2 hours straight than watching this fucking paper.
What you know about my Friday nights?
Listen, I know you didn't want me to tell anybody about it, Mike, but I had to get this off my chest. If you were, it's not going to stop me from watching. I'm still going to watch. If you're still going to, fucking congratulations there, Kyle. Go for it, man. Nobody's going to fucking stop you. I'm just letting you know I'm done. I'm done. Because that press conference that they did, every single person up there, not named Hunter Hearst Helmsley, looked like they were being held up there by gunpoint.
He barely looked excited. Are you kidding me? He looked like
No.
he was just reading, and that was it. Like, I'm just here to read my lines.
I know Triple H is not the one making these decisions. I know it's Nick Khan and everything else. But when you're the face of the company like this, when you're the face, when you're the one doing all the talking, you have to take it on the fucking chin. It kind of comes with the job. So everybody's like, oh, it's not Triple H's fault. Well, he's the only one who's showing his fucking face in front of a camera, so he has to be the one to eat it.
No, TKO. There will never be a TKO person in front of a camera answering for anything that they're doing ever. No, that will never happen. I think with my question here, right, is, you know, the kind of the talk right now is the battle of the women's divisions between AEW and WWE, NXT even kind of getting their own hand in that discussion. And it's like, okay, if this is where we're going, and, you know, AJ Lee comes back, and, you know, all of these things happen where these, you know, wrestlers don't want to go to Saudi Arabia. We had the whole, you know, Dominic Mysterio was injured for a month, but he wasn't because they didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. All of this stuff has happened. What is that going to stop? Do you stop nobody in Saudi Arabia is going to give a shit about any women's matches.
No.
Like, I mean, they do. It's just, you know, it's going to look different than our matches, and it's going to sound different than our matches, probably.
Well, yeah, because when anybody here we go. Ready? I'll give you a nice little recreation of it. All right, and making her way to the ring, Rhea Ripley. Woo! Rhea. Oh, and here comes Bianca Belair.
Yeah, basically. Sounds about right.
Here's Rhea Ripley again. Woo! Rhea. Here comes Nia Jax.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's Nia Jax now.
They like Nia Jax and Saudi.
Oh, well, more for them then.
I'm just looking at this, and I'm like, all right, so you make this announcement about Saudi Mania. All right, so we know Sami Zayn's going to get pushed to the moon. We know Rhea Ripley's going to get pushed to the moon. We know that whatever old guy they bring back in a couple of months is getting brought back for Saudi Mania, so they're going to get pushed. And it's like, you're not booking for an American crowd anymore, because WWE has talked about how they start at WrestleMania and they work backwards, and sometimes they work 2, 3, 4 years out. Well, guess what? Saudi Mania is 2 years out. So they are already booking Saudi Mania and working backwards. I can guarantee Sami Zayn getting the U.S. title and now having a John Cena-esque open challenge every single week on SmackDown for the U.S. title is so that way he can win the 2026 Royal Rumble and then win the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship at Saudi Mania. I can guarantee it. That's where this is going.
Eternal underdog. Yeah, God's favorite underdog.
Well,
he's the underdog.
No, he's WrestleMania main eventer Sami Zayn now. He's WrestleMania main eventer, Sami Zayn.
Oh, did they drop the underdog moniker? I'm sorry,
Well, he
I
hasn't
haven't
been
been
the
watching.
When he won,
underdog in a while.
when he won his title, they called him underdog Sami Zayn on commentary, and he said, "No, I'm WrestleMania main eventer Sami Zayn." And then a week later, they announced the Saudi pay-per-view. So we know where this is going. We know how this is playing out. But this is a new era of WWE, and that starts this Saturday with Wrestlepalooza. As Cody Rhodes said, this is the very first of ESPN throwing their money at WWE. This was apparently something that has been moved up several months, and in my opinion, the card reflects it, because by God, does it sound thrown together. The first of these matches that has been pushed back from the seemingly months at this point, at least weeks, is finally for the vacant Women's World Championship, Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, this has to be, I would assume, the time they finally give it to Stephanie, but the fact that we took this fucking long to get here, we bounced it from a pay-per-view to fucking do this. Just, god damn, man. So fucking dumb.
If you really don't give it to Stephanie here, then you make the past 4 months look so fucking pointless.
Yeah,
well, I mean, they've done that with Julia and her.
Yeah, that's true. They have done it before, and knowing the track record, they probably will do it again. But I don't know what it is at this point. I'm still holding out hope. I really, really would love for Stephanie to win here. But if and when Io does win, I'm not going to be that upset because Io's the champ. I'm going to be that upset because what the fuck are we doing with Stephanie then?
Yeah, no, I mean, I like Io as a champ. I think she could have that title and hold it, and have a run with it. But yeah, I mean, Stephanie's the one that needs the win right now in her career. Io has held this championship now multiple times and kind of got it back seemingly as a transitional champ. So I think Stephanie Vaquer taking it is the way forward. And quite honestly, I feel like this may have always been the plan. I mean, obviously not necessarily for it to go down this way, but for Stephanie Vaquer to take it off of Naomi. And now they're just kind of moving that up in the timeline. I really wouldn't be too surprised.
No, not
either
at all,
way.
even.
At least Stephanie's getting her opportunity. It's about
better than most women.
Yeah, there's not. Let me tell you, there's that's the only women's championship on this card. But you know what? We
Thank God there aren't any more.
We don't. Yeah, we have four women's championships or 5 women's championships in WWE. So, we only need to have one match on this card. It's a better use of this spot on this card than some sort of other championship match. That is a tag team match to fill time for Roman Reigns to come back for Survivor Series, because we have the Usos versus the Vision, the naughty boys, the Brawns, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker.
Oh, boy.
This is 100% filling time for Roman to come back.
Well, and because we guessed and figured out their old War Games match, now the new War Games match is going to be Roman and friends versus the Vision or whatever. Yeah, we can. I mean, it kind of segues into this next match, but I'm thinking the War Games is going to be the Usos, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins, the Brawns, Becky Lynch, and I don't know, somebody else. They'll find someone.
As far as Wrestlepalooza, Hullabalooza goes, Spookapalooza even, I'm probably going to give it...
This ain't going to be a good match.
To
that's just it.
Mun Vaginal Infection, Munjay Night Raw.
Munjay Night Raw.
That made me feel gross.
That's the name they picked.
We got the Usos. And not Jimmy and Jay. This is the Usos. They are back.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. He said, I can't do it alone.
Yep.
And, yeah.
I've been a world heavyweight champion by myself, but I can't fight these two kind of slightly main event men myself.
Well, and that's, Jay is trying to be like Roman Reigns now, so
Yeah.
that's your character development.
He's the new tribal queef.
Yeah, he's being very Roman Reigns-esque, and Jimmy's like, "Oh, dog, you can't do that."
Well,
Sounded a lot like our cousin.
Jay was the right-hand man, right? That was who Roman wanted to be the next tribal chief, so maybe we're going there.
Who knows?
But I mean,
it's got to be the Usos. It would make no sense otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, this is so that way eventually. I mean, we got Bronson versus Roman. Now we need to get Braun versus Roman, and then that'll probably lead us in the War Games. So that's what's happening there.
This match should be sneaky good, actually, because both Brauns are great. Usos are the Usos. When they're in a tag match, they're good.
Well, I mean, the Usos haven't had maybe because there's not as many like house shows and stuff, and so I'm wondering like, have the Usos like worked on stuff, or like are they just gonna fucking wing it and be like, we used to do this, we'll do it again? Because I feel like if you're going back to how you were with the Usos, right, when you're wrestling as a tag team, that's fine. But if you're wrestling as Jimmy Uso and Jay Uso on a team together, and you're two single stars, I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't think that's what people want to see. I think they want to see the Usos working together, and it's been a while, so we'll see what happens. And I mean, it's probably gonna be the Usos standing tall no matter what, because you got to fucking yeet on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
But that will that kind of leads into our next match here, another tag team match. This one a mixed tag team match. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch united together finally on WWE camera. They got in CM Punk's face, slapped the shit out of him, and lo and behold, who comes to CM Punk's aid but his wife, AJ Lee, who is back in WWE after a little less than a decade away.
In therapy.
Yeah, in therapy. Yeah, apparently she worked through some stuff. So, good for her. And now she's back to kick Becky Lynch's ass. You got a therapy chant. Got a
yeah,
only
not
AJ Lee.
I expect to hear chanting.
Doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
But but apparently AJ Lee, it's more details are out now. She is back on a full-time contract, multi-year, similar to CM Punk, similar in terms of dates and appearances. So you can probably count on basically CM Punk and AJ Lee being inseparable until they are out of the WWE.
That's fair.
And you are not going to bring AJ Lee back after 10 years of being away so that she could lose her first match back immediately. AJ and Punk here by a fucking mile. Unless Becky and Seth win with shenanigans or disqualification or something. That could be a clean win for Becky and Seth, but I still lean towards Punk and AJ.
Well, I think the next step here is going to be AJ versus Becky for the women's Intercontinental. And you got I feel like you have to have AJ get a nice, clean win. And knowing how AJ Lee matches normally go, I think, unfortunately, it's going to be Becky Lynch being put in the Black Widow and tapping the fuck out like it's 2013.
I'm for it. I think CM Punk and AJ Lee win. Eventually, AJ holds a belt. Peepaw wanted an AJ to hold a belt. He didn't say which one specifically.
It's true.
So he gets AJ Lee.
He's got
kidding about a technicality.
And now we have what will hopefully be the main event of WWE Wrestlepalooza.
Oh damn! That's it, huh? Oh jeez.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest. There are 5 matches on here. There's one more before the main event. It's John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. I just don't want to watch it. I don't want to fuck.
That's fair.
It better be John Cena.
John Cena, please, John Cena.
Yeah.
If it's not John Cena, I paint Jekyll's lawn again.
If it's not John Cena, I'll
yellow
drink.
From the last time.
Well, it's Brock Lesnar. It might be yellow for other reasons.
Oh, no. Fuck.
But we have a singles match for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Your reigning, defending champion back from having his head kicked through the announce table. Cody Rhodes, bulked up, looking a little bit more Homelandery, going up against the Scottish psychopath, finally getting his title shot, Drew McIntyre.
I mean, unless WWE decides to pull some wonky shit, which, because they're all old and senile, and the only way they get hard now is through surprises. I'm assuming it's going to be Cody retaining.
The Rock wants Cody's soul.
Mm-hmm.
Drew wants his ass.
Yup.
Give me Drew fucking McIntyre and all of his gay baiting shit that he posts on social media, baby.
I'm gonna join you with this one on on you, Jackal. Drew McIntyre. I think the way that WWE is booking this, right? We know that they like their shock, and this pay-per-view in particular.
Well, like I said, that's the only way they can get hard now.
Well, let me finish. I'm gonna get you hard. Don't worry, Mike. I'm gonna get you there. I'm gonna get you there.
Ooh, Yankee.
This pay-per-view is kind of lacking a shock, and so I think that they're gonna close it out with not one but two shocks. The first shock being Drew McIntyre taking the belt off of Cody Rhodes. The second shock, I think, will be one Randy Orton coming out and probably beating the shit out of Drew McIntyre and finally going back to just evil, pure hatred, apex predator, 2009 Randy Orton. He's going to punt fucking Drew's head in. He's going to take this belt off him. I really, really think we're going to see, I mean, even if Cody wins, I still think we're at least going to see a Randy heel turn.
Don't you give me false hope.
Well,
and if
I'm
it happens
fully
on
erect
ESPN, you're pulling people in that remember that 2009 Randy Orton.
I am fully erect, and I don't know what to do with this. I just know I liked everything you said right there about Orton.
Yeah, I mean, we can only hope it happens because that's Wrestlepalooza. So that's what WWE is putting out there with only a couple weeks of build. $30, baby, $30. Now,
pay up.
AEW has a pay-per-view as well, a little bit more expensive, but you can find it online, maybe, possibly. I'm not going to tell you how, but you probably could, just saying. And, it's going to be a lot more bang for your buck because AEW All Out will be earlier in the day. In fact, I think it's already happened at this point, or is in a couple hours by the time that this comes out. 3 p.m. So it's in 2.5 hours if you're listening to this the minute it came out. We are starting off with a whole lot more banger of a match than WWE could put on right now because we will see the reunited Edge and Christian going up against FTR.
Ooh, interesting match.
It's a bit contradictory with everything I just said about the Saudi Mania, but I feel like Edge and Christian are in much better physical condition than a lot of the other people that Saudi's going to try to bring back. Granted,
they're not bringing them out of retirement.
Also true. And it's still, they're at like 50%, physicality versus someone like a Shawn Michaels who's at a whopping 0% physicality right now. So granted, they're not perfect compared to most people, but still better than the fucking alternative, Grandpa. I really just loving Edge and Christian while we still got them. I think I'm kind of riding this high. And I'm also thinking about actually buying this fucking pay-per-view compared to the fucking WWE shit we got going on right now.
I mean, this is the one that's worth it.
I'll ride with Edge and Christian since I do believe they are in Canada as well, too.
Yeah, they're in Toronto. So, Canadian boys.
Oh, you're taking the gosh darn Canadians, huh?
Don't you know?
I also fully agree that we get an Edge and Christian dub because, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time they've had a tag team match together in how long? You're really gonna have them lose this early? Although I'm gonna put it out there. I think it's gonna be Christian taking the win, doing some heel shit. Because Christian, listen, he's an asshole, but he's Edge's asshole. So
very true.
He's gonna cheat to win, and it's gonna benefit everybody. It's gonna be fun as hell to watch. And FTR, I mean, that's a great team to be across, especially if y'all haven't worked together as a tag team for a very long time. FTR can help you hide a lot of your crimes. So this is going to be a great match to watch, and then AEW, is going to continue with bangers. I said WWE because these were people that had quite the run in WWE, and it continues in AEW. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and MVP.
They hurt people.
Oh, dude, they ditched Mark, and they're back to hurting people because they are going to be going up against Ricochet and the Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan and Toa, Leona. Leona. That's how you say that. Discount Roman Reigns. Boy, let me tell you, Hurt Syndicate, they can't have a bad match right now. They can't. And especially if Ricochet's in there. If Ricochet and Bobby Lashley are in the same ring at the same time, you know it's going to be a good combination.
Yeah, and the fact that MVP is, dusting himself off to actually do this, it's gonna make the whole thing. I mean, obviously he's not gonna do much because he can't do much, but it'll still be entertaining nonetheless.
Go for it.
I know what I said about the Hurt Syndicate dropping Mark, and as much as it pissed me off last time, it's kind of hard to not pick them right now. Mm-hmm. I've not seen much AEW stuff, but it feels like Hurt Syndicate, really kind of gelling a lot better than they did in WWE right now, and it's making the tag division a lot more enjoyable to watch. And I think when you have something hot, Tony Khan is pretty stupid and he doesn't know what he's doing most of the time, in my opinion, but I think he at least has the wherewithal to be like, hey, these guys are pretty fucking good right now. Let's keep this ball rolling a little bit more. So I'll roll with the Hurt Syndicate here.
Yeah, I mean, Hurt Syndicate, they have been on a run. They've been on a powerful run. Nobody has really stood up to them. And I think what's interesting here is that we've normally found Hurt Syndicate with some sort of title. We found Hurt Syndicate with some reason why they can't really lose. This is a trios match, nothing on the line, and AEW is the company where you can still lose but look damn good. And if you're looking at the Hurt Syndicate, they ditched Mark. So who's filling in for Mark? Old ass MVP. Ain't nothing against MVP. Nothing against MVP. But Gates of Agony are gonna rip him apart. They're gonna fucking gut him. And there's gonna be a reason why MVP is gonna stay a manager. And that's where he should be. So yeah, I think putting MVP in this match, you keep Bobby Lashley looking strong, you keep Shelton Benjamin looking strong, they get taken the fuck out. MVP gets brought in the ring, fucking hit with a 11-20 or whatever the fuck Ricochet's doing now. And
he's not doing the 630 anymore.
Yeah, whatever, but you know what I mean. Like MVP's taking the loss here. And I think, on paper, Hurt Syndicate takes the L, but in reality, you pinned MVP. You didn't pin Bobby Lashley. You didn't pin Shelton Benjamin, who's been on a fucking Brock Lesnar-esque 2002 Suplex City run right now. Crazy.
Oh, yeah, he has.
But, this, no matter what happens, it's going to be a banger of a match. But I think I see AEW saying, hey, look, we have an opportunity to kind of get a little bit on Ricochet and Gates of Agony right now. So that's where I'm going. And, I'm glad that we have two banger matches to open it up, because we have our first stinker of the night for the AEW TBS Championship, 9 belts Mercedes Moné, going up against the returning Riho, who had an absolute fire run in the 2300 arena, ripping it up every week in AEW, and people absolutely loving her. And I mean, Riho is always a fan favorite in AEW and a former champ as well. So there's no reason why she can't hold gold in AEW. And
she was the first women's champion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's held it before, and she's she is despite her stature, she is going to hold that championship. And again, 9 belts, Moné, 9 belts. Do we think maybe it's time for Mercedes to lose one of them? Maybe.
Okay.
Well, that's so.
Let's go, Riho.
What I was gonna say is, Mercedes over the last few weeks has been selling her ass off in AEW, tapping out, really selling moves. So I think she's starting to care in AEW, and it's starting to show. Like, she's been putting on some actual good matches. She's been actually entertaining. I think this is going to be one of those surprisingly good matches, and I'm hoping Rio comes out on top.
That's fair. Yeah, I think we're all pulling for Rio here. Is that the vibe? We all want, one fucking title belt off of the belt collector Mercedes Moné. By the way, speaking of belt collectors, I would like to just real quick shout out the fact Dominic Mysterio is holding a belt that Kenny Omega held. Dominic Mysterio is the AAA Mega Championship. It is a very weird lineage. And Dominic Mysterio is also the very first person to hold a WWE title and a AAA title at the same time, which makes him the greatest Mysterio of all time. Dominic
Hard to
Mysterio.
deny it at this point.
But he's not in AEW, so we're going to bring it back to AEW. And you know what? Dominic Mysterio, looking at this next match, is probably going to be very happy that he is not in AEW because we have, your nice, safe workplace coffin match between Jon Moxley and Darby Allin.
Yeah, the amount of violence I think that's going to happen in this match is about to be insane.
Well, you see, Mike, in the build up to this match, people have been shoved in body bags. People have been almost lit on fire. People in said body bags have been dragged behind parking lots, behind trucks.
What's a little dragging between friends?
Somebody's going to die. I don't
allegedly.
I don't know how else to say. This is gonna be a fucking bloodbath of a match, especially because Jon Moxley doesn't do like some people, like some deathmatch wrestlers will put a little bit of humor in there, they'll pull some funny stuff out, Tommy uses fucking Legos, put a little bit of levity in there. Jon Moxley doesn't do that at all. It's going to be uncomfortable. Yeah, he brings a fork and Darby Allin lays there and lets him get stabbed in the face. So this is going to be an uncomfortable match to watch.
I mean, Mox, I think he's probably going to pull out the old reliable, the Greyhound bus and run Darby over again once and for all. So,
I was going to say, the problem.
There probably will be
Darby impervious to Greyhound buses.
Damn it! Fuck, now I have to change my pick to Darby.
But again, people have already been dragged behind trucks, so you're probably right. They probably will bring a bus into this and try to hit somebody with someone's going to try to get run over. Yeah. Because, I mean, this is AEW, man. This isn't even like we're talking about a WWE coffin match where it's like, well, The Undertaker has coffin matches because he's spooky. No, this is AEW. They have coffin matches to save them a fucking step at the funeral home. They just close it in and put them in the ground. This is legitimately, Darby Allin did not die on Mount Everest, and so now he's just trying to die and make money at the same time. I'm convinced.
What a way to go.
What a way to go. Getting stabbed in the face by Jon Moxley with a fork.
He saw Mount Everest. He's done. He's ready to tap out now.
Oh, yeah, no, I love Darby Allin to death, but give me Mox. Mox is going to fucking kill him.
I'll see. Darby Allin's first big match back. I don't know, man. I don't know if they just let him lose like that.
Let him lose.
What I'm saying? So I think we get a Darby W here. I think we get a Darby W, and it's a gross, violent way, and it's a way for Mox to actually have a little bit of a vacation finally.
The one that he was supposed to have 5 years ago.
Yeah, him and his fork can go somewhere nice.
The one that he was supposed to have when CM Punk punched people in the face.
Jesus Christ.
Which, look how that turned out.
Hey, look how that turned out. CM Punk taking blood money from the Saudis.
If Jack Perry never used real glass, we never would have gotten AJ Lee back in wrestling. Funny the butterfly effect when you actually look at it. Yeah.
Speaking of, did you see? So I don't know if you probably are aware of this, but BTE is back.
Yes.
And on,
is it the Bucks or is it the Dark Order?
It's the Bucks.
Okay.
They're not doing it every day,
Christ.
I don't think, but it is still kind of going out, and they're very short. But it's it is back. And in the latest BTE, Jack Perry sent a knife to the Young Bucks in the mail that he made. He made it himself, and he said, "Use this next time you want to stab me in the back."
God damn.
And I will say, great looking knife.
Oh, it looks awesome. Looks great.
Yeah.
I don't know about the legalities of just sending that in also it was just in a bubble mailer. I feel like you'd cut through the bubble mailer with that. I don't really know about that. Maybe you could have put it in a cardboard box at least. But I mean, it sounds like Jack Perry is on his way back to AEW, and
everybody hide your windows.
Hide your car windows, and he's coming back at a very violent time because we don't just have a coffin match. MJF and Mark Briscoe, they've been going back and forth They almost lit each other on fire too. There's a lot of fire in the AEW right now. And they found themselves basically wanting to beat the ever living shit out of each other. And so they've decided tables matches, not enough. TLC matches, not enough. So AEW has created the tables and the letter N, the tables and thumbtacks match. So there will be tables and thumbtacks. MJF versus Mark Briscoe. Who you got?
Give me MJF. I'm still punishing Mark Briscoe for that fucking awful goddamn t-shirt. A tiny pickle. MJF, brand new married man. I'm going to be married here soon. Give me Maxwell. Jacob Friedman.
They haven't done shit with Mark Briscoe. So, I'm hoping they'll actually do something with him for once. So give me Mark Briscoe.
I mean, we haven't seen much of this out of Mark Briscoe, but we saw this out of the Briscoes in Ring of Honor. They are very violent. True. Very, very violent. And I think a tables and thumbtacks match kind of goes in Mark Briscoe's favor. Plus, Jackal, as you said, MJF, newly married, I think he's going to want to go on a honeymoon. So he may find thumbtacks where the sun don't shine. So that way he can get a couple weeks off, get put through a table, and then sit on the beach with his new wife. So give me Mark Briscoe. And, we were talking earlier about women's divisions. The AEW has a very, very strong women's division. So strong, in fact, that they can't just do a one-on-one match because they have too many contenders. So we find ourselves with a four-way match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Timeless Tony Storm, your reigning, defending AEW Women's Champion, defending against Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, and Tekla, the toxic spider Tekla. That's her gimmick. She's a spider.
Spider, like Spider-Man? Is that what we're doing now? Like a Spider-Man?
That's a neat trick. That spider sense of yours.
She does like a back bridge, and then I guess that scares people.
Because
I've heard enough. Welcome back, Bray Wyatt.
I mean, hey, Bray Wyatt got hot. All right, listen.
As fun as it would be to pick the Spider Woman Bray Wyatt, I think. Let me check. My chin is still up. My tits are still out, and I'm still feeling timeless. Tony Storm is more than likely going to win this match.
Oh, I don't want to agree with you because I want to feel different, but I mean, they haven't pulled the gun on Jamie Hayter except for one time. Pulled the trigger, sorry, not pulled the gun.
They're in a shot match. Jamie Hayter in a while.
During a match later, I believe. But I think it's probably going to be timeless Tony Storm until they get some big ass name for her to lose against. But I would like to see it on Jamie Hayter or Chris Statlander for that matter. Either of them as a champion would be pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, I mean, Tony Storm is the reason why this four-way exists. She
said, I want all of them.
Right, I want all of them, and in my opinion, that's kind of setting Tony Storm up for a little bit of failure. She could have had a singles match. She could have had one person to worry about. Now she has three. And even more when you take into account that Tekla is part of the Triangle of Madness or the Triangle of Death or whatever they're called. So you add Sky Blue, you add Julia Hart. Sorry, I was blanking on her name. But it's like you all of this can come into play because it's a four-way match. There's no DQ. Anything can happen. And
yes, sir.
I think Tony Storm was probably supposed to lose this belt to Mariah May, is what I'm thinking. And then that never happened. I'm wondering if they just go with somebody like a Tekla, who we're sitting here talking about and saying, well, she's a spider. That's all she's got right now. In reality, Tekla is still an amazing professional wrestler. She's insanely athletic, and she could put on all of these matches. And if you give her a title, you give her a faction, you give her a story, that could kickstart her, and she's realistically, I think, the only one with somebody watching her back in this match. Chris Statlander has interacted with the Death Riders, but she's not a Death Rider. And Jamie Hayter is not in England, so she's not going to win a match because that's when Jamie Hayter gets brought out to win. I want to go with a little bit of an underdog. Give me Tekla. I'm gonna go with Tekla, and she's gonna win. She's gonna do that fucking back bend, and then she's gonna have the title, and they're gonna get a picture, and then they're gonna probably put it out the next day, but flip it upside down, still looking weirder. I don't know. It's gonna it's gonna be a fun match. Timeless Tony Storm matches are always fun. And then we get a nice little probably match of the night here because the Don Callis family banned from ringside while Kyle Fletcher challenges Hangman Adam Page for the AEW World Championship. So Kyle Fletcher's out there by himself, the proto star, standing on his own.
If Hangman didn't recently just win this, I feel like that Fletchlight would reign supreme on top and not be the one getting cummed in for once.
What are you doing to Kyle Fletcher?
No, it's a Fletchlight. What are we talking about here? Yeah, sorry. It's a little too soon. It's a little too soon. It's Hangman.
It's going to be an incredible match, but yeah.
It's going to be great. It's going to be phenomenal.
Yep.
But give me some cowboy shit.
Yeah, especially when you consider that Kyle Fletcher, this entire transformation has been because of the Don Callis family. I think we're going to see that he still comes up a little bit short. Maybe that leads to him standing on his own later and getting his rematch and actually winning the damn thing. But dog, Hangman just won this at All In. This is All Out. He's not going to lose it yet. This is basically the next big fucking thing that happened afterward. No. It's way too early. So sorry, Fletchlights. Get ready to I guess be into some cowboy shit for
Gary. One day his time will come, just not tonight.
Well, he already is holding a belt too.
Well,
fair.
The great thing about AEW is that there's a lot of belts out there. There's a lot of belts to be defended. Some of them have even been combined because there's so many out there, like the AEW Unified Championship, which will be defended in a three-way. Kazuchika Okada, okay? Let that name sit in. Okada versus Takeshita versus, still to be decided, either Mascara Dorada or the Beast Mordos.
Holy fuck.
It'll probably end up being the Beast Mordos just because he is more fun to watch in a
big
match.
Man. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Beast Mordos. Yep.
If this is me and I realize that Takeshita is a fucking stud, I finally put a belt on him and start pushing his ass to the moon. That would be the play. But who knows? It is also Okada, so it's also entirely possible that he retains for the 47th time plus tax.
Mike, you convinced me. You've swayed me. I like Konosuke Takeshita here, and I want Kazuchika Okada to move up to the main event scene because I'm very much my titillations are tittling right now because I want to see some cowboy versus the Rainmaker. So I think Takeshita would benefit from winning this, and I would really enjoy seeing Okada in the main event scene finally. Give me Takeshita.
Yeah, I mean the Unified Championship right now is in a really weird state because there's not really a story for it. It's just kind of Okada's championship. And I would like to see a little bit of a story. And I think, obviously this is a three-way, but let's be honest. Does the Beast Mordos really have a shot of being the AEW Unified Champion? Does Mascara Dorada really have a shot of being the AEW Unified Champion? Maybe both of them have a shot, but not while Okada is holding it and not while Takeshita is on the other side of the line, because Okada versus Takeshita for anything at any time is money. And I think realistically, Okada, he's held on to it for a little bit, so now you have to find who he's going to give it up to. AEW could just pull the trigger on one night. That would be very Tony Khan, but that would also be very irresponsible because I think you have a lot more left of Okada and Takeshita. So I'm going to go with Okada, but Takeshita eventually, for sure. Next in line.
Next up to the bet.
Next up. Well, next up, we have a little bit of a weird match here. We can keep this one. We can keep this one a little short, mostly because.
Let's go,
guys. Well, no, not the. Well, I mean, maybe we don't. I don't think we know yet. I don't think we know Okay, so there is a 4-way ladder match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. That the World Tag Team Champions in AEW, that's Brodito. That's Brody King and Bandito. All right, so hell of a team. Hell of a team. Amazing champions, violent matches. So they're going to be in a ladder match. There are three opponents will be decided. I'm pretty well. It has to be this week in September to Remember, which is the Dynamite TV special this week. There will be 3 hours long, and there's going to be some tournaments and things. And I don't think anybody has been announced yet. I'm not seeing anything, at least where I'm looking. So listen, this is gonna be a great match. This is gonna be an absolute great match. But we are sitting here on Monday talking about a pay-per-view that is on Saturday, and only the champions have been announced. So,
come on, Brodito.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Brodito. Baby. I think this is gonna be the start of something new for Brodito. This is going to be, either we see some sort of tension between Brody King and Bandito. Maybe the Macarena finally gets to Brody King and drives him insane, or maybe he finally hits the Macarena, and then he gets drop kicked or something, and we see some cracks in the armor there. But I think when you're sitting here and you're talking about it, something that's less than a week away, and only 2 people have been announced, I think you win.
Yeah.
I don't know. He likes to also do some wonky shit every now and then. It's entirely possible that he puts in a tag team that is coming back from injury that you wouldn't expect, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, they're back.
Yeah, and I mean, AEW's got a lot of people that are injured. It could be the opportunity for some people to come back. Speaking of coming back from injury, final match here on AEW All Out. I don't know why this is at the end of the card, and I honestly didn't even know this was happening. Eddie Kingston versus Big Bill. When the fuck did this get added to the card? When did Eddie Kingston come back?
I don't know why. Last week.
Last week? Damn. I'm missing stuff.
Like he even came back in a weird way. He came back and he was just like sitting in the crowd, and you're like, oh, it's Eddie Kingston. Oh, okay.
Just chilling?
Yeah, just chilling in the crowd, and you're like, huh, okay. Welcome back, I guess, Eddie. And they're like, Eddie's back. Oh my god.
With that logic, I'll take Eddie Kingston then.
Good seeing him back. I think it makes sense that you bring him back after Mox loses the belt, because then you don't have to do, Mox versus Kingston for the 30 millionth time. So I think it makes sense bringing him back now. I'm just interested, like, why are you just why not put him in another spot on this card? You got the Beast Mordos on here, but you're telling me you thought of the Beast Mordos before you thought of the returning Eddie Kingston? You give him a match against Big Bill, who hasn't done anything since he's been with Chris Jericho.
Well, he's been putting on matches. He just had a couple
Ring of Honor
matches, and he was even in Dynamite and stuff. He's been calling out like he wants actual competition and stuff.
Well, he's gonna get it with Eddie Kingston. If Eddie Kingston can actually move still, yeah. I mean, I guess it all depends on how mobile he is, But Eddie Kingston being back in AEW, that is an AEW original name being back in AEW. So that is a big one to have back on the card. And you have plenty of championships for Eddie Kingston to go after. I don't think it makes sense bringing Eddie Kingston back and having him lose. So give me Eddie Kingston. Jackal, Mike, you guys got picks? Any opinion on Eddie Kingston versus Big Bill? I understand.
I don't think you bring back Eddie to lose.
No.
But I think this is going to be that match of the night where you're like, man, I'm kind of uncomfortable watching this. Like, just because it's not going to be great. Like, it's going to be an old, haggard Eddie Kingston going up against Big Bill. And I'm sure Eddie's going to do a couple suplexes that just drop Big Bill right on his fucking head.
Oh, absolutely. And some pile drivers that look real close. Real close.
Yeah, so... that's why I think it's going to be Eddie in a match that I don't really want to watch, but it's going to be...
Yeah, it's real hard to give a shit about this one for me. I think
that's fair.
Maybe Big Billiam? Sure.
Big Billiam. I
think.
Billiam. God damn. I mean, hey,
Oh.
hey, listen. That match kind of a stinker, but that's a stinker. I think Mercedes Moné versus Rio maybe a little bit of a stinker, and I think that's
I think
probably
that'll be great.
well, I think Mercedes Moné is going to be the stinker. I don't think Rio's going to stinker. But like that's I'm only seeing a couple matches on there. Eddie Kingston versus Big Bill is one that I might not really pay attention to that one. But otherwise, I think if you're looking at WWE versus AEW, your value is with AEW right now. And leaning towards that Saudi Mania, leaning towards that Saudi Rumble. Hey, if you like watching women wrestle, you should watch AEW. That's as simple as that.
The weird thing is about this card, no Kenny Omega.
No.
Swerve Strickland.
Mm-hmm.
No Will Ospreay.
Nope, and they're all injured.
Well, no Young Bucks yet.
Yeah, the Young Bucks are probably going to find their way in that ladder match.
Well, that's one of the matches tonight for qualifying is Bullet Club Gold, which is one of the Guns that's not injured, and Juice against the Young Bucks.
Yeah, I think the Young Bucks will probably
Well, yeah, Bullet Club Gold just said we have at least a cool entrance, right, guys?
Yeah, you'll get the Guns up.
God, their entrance is still like when they have the full squad and everything.
Oh yeah,
it is such a great fucking entrance. God, I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But that's Wrestlepalooza, and that's all out. That's wrestling.
Yeah, we can't really enjoy that entrance until we wrap this one up. We kept it high and tight. This is about the length we wanted these to be when we first started doing this in the.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, listen. Maybe when we're not double booked, we do a little bit more football. But yeah, this is a good line. That's the man who edits these. I appreciate this one being high and tight. I like that. Thank you, saving me some time this week. And that's more time for me to make YouTube videos and stream. And if you want to find more of me, you can find me over at twitch.tv/EraV1 or youtube.com @EraV1Music. Video game music remix or video game remixes to study and relax to is out everywhere you get your music now. If you want to support us, the 3 Count Out podcast, you can do that by going to w.gg and using code 3count on checkout. That's the number 3 COUNT on checkout. Save yourself 10%. And, subscribing, following, leaving a rating, leaving a comment. Are you going to watch Saudi Mania? Put it 2 years from now. We're going to come back and check the comments. Let us know. We're going to hold you accountable.
Yeah, we're going to use one of their autisms for that. Whichever one's better at remembering things.
My memory sucks, dude. I can't remember shit.
Fuck.
Yeah, you got it. That's on you. You got to figure that one out. But you can find us, you can find us over on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Leave a comment, leave a rating. It all helps out.
If you didn't enjoy the things I said, don't worry. You're probably one of the people who is going to be watching the Tony Hinchcliffe special following this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, since it started early. Like I said, enjoy it, have fun. If you did enjoy the things I said, my name is Jackal. You can find me over at youtube.com/JackalJoker or twitch.tv/JackalJoker.
And if you like me, just keep listening to this and get a tattoo of our Spotify code on your left ass cheek, not the right one. That makes you weird.
Okay.
And if you don't, what?
I hope somebody does that. That'd be fucking cool as shit.
And if you don't like me, that's okay. I'm constantly being killed by Evan Horizon Plague. So
perfect. We made it the whole episode without telling them why we want to make it short. I'm laying down right now. Hurry. Fast count. Hurry. We got to get out of someone. You're both just staring at me. Hurry. One of you fucking pin me. Jesus Christ.
I'm not an in-ring talent. I'm not cleared.
Mike, please. We got to go. My dinner's been ready for like 10 minutes now. It's getting cold.
If I get down on the ground, I'm not going to be able to stand back up. So
put your feet on me then for all I care. Jesus Christ.
No, you look dirty.
You don't want to get the... Oh, my God. I'm going to fucking pin myself. And I'll count it, too. 1, 2, 3. I'll ring my own bell, too.
I don't know if it works that way.
Well, it works for me.
All right. Let's go play Borderlands.